go, Laenys, join us!
Laenys, let it rip! This awesome flute solos.
It is not unheard of that a large noble party will hire like a lute player or a singer or something to entertain them on these roads, but
We have a lute player. It's all good.
that wasn't really doable in 3 days.
That is highly
Say
inappropriate. I don't think that means what you think it means.
It basically just means play that flute.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
In Braavos. No, that's not what it means. It's here. In Braavos, it's totally different.
Bree will of course be sort of forced to be close to Evren, and unless you of course request otherwise, he will be talking to Lady Caladan about noble things.
That's fine. Bree is not much of a conversationalist, and she's full of nervous energy, and she is buoyed by her trip to buy Evren's new horse.
Yeah, he is very kind to her, and although he was acting very manly about it, she's pretty sure that she right now has sort of been wrapped around her finger.
What kind of horse is it? Is it Thistria?
No, it's a Rounding. It is the least noble of war horses, but it's also the one most likely to be obtained at such short notice, which is what this was.
It is a cavalryman's horse, but it's his own,
Well,
and that's what really matters.
Cavalry horse is not bad. At least he won't run away.
Yeah, it generally won't run away if he can control it. Then he's not terrible at riding. He's pretty decent at riding. He likes doing it. It is something generally seen as a more manly way in which he can play knight than to fight with a wooden sword against a dummy.
Yes, Bree noticed his penchant for spending his time around horses, and thought this gift would be suitable in several ways.
Yeah. Laenys will stay close to Dessem, I see.
But yeah, he'll be close to Dessem, you know, talk to him now and again, asking what he knows about the Dornish, you know, basically try to do either conversation to calm his nerves, or just, you know, plain to, you know, keep his mind off what might happen.
Assuring him that the books make good sense before you left.
Yeah, yes. Like, so, you know. Did you know we've got almost 50% more flax than last year?
You know, I suppose Dessem will definitely join into the discussion of flax and stewardship. Be like, yes, very interesting. Yes.
Yeah, while Nima is talking about how tasting a Dornish went wide.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to.
What? No.
He's kind of get your body barroom brawl to somewhere.
Together at the step back in most wagons so that they can have their jokes and such a little away from the nobility.
Yeah, that's true. No, doesn't look over the numbers and nod at Laenys and be saying, well, very brilliant, yes, good.
He will not move unless Nima knows that Bree is okay on her own. So that's basic.
Alright then. On the day where you sort of reach the Boneway, Koala is disturbed. He will stay close to Dessem and sort of look to the Boneway and then tilt his head as if saying if this is really necessary. It does not seem like this is a great idea to move down that way.
And Dessem just solemnly nod.
White ravens are known to be very intelligent and sometimes see things that people don't.
We're relying on what his raven eyes can see.
Bree will note that it was 3 days after setting out from this river that she was, that her journey last time was abruptly stopped. Just long enough for it to be pretty much impossible to flee back on your own. And as you cross the nice bridge, there's a nice bridge now, because the dear King Daeron II saw fit to take your tax money and build a bridge for the Dornish, as it turns out. It is not guarded at all. No one's really here. There's what seems to be a watchtower standing here. It could be guarded, but right now it just seems to be empty. You will know that there have been done a bit of clearing down the Boneway by the King, although it's been hard to work there. Beyond that, some watchtowers have been set up where rest can be had, although it is not really enough to save for every day of the journey. They're there, where a bit of shadow can be had. Other than that, generally, it will be setting up a pavilion and, well, cooking inside. I suppose then you will take a day of wait here and then begin traveling at night.
Did anyone invest in cooking skills?
The soldiers can certainly do a little bit of cooking, but they're not super awesome at it at all. They're just normal people, and really have cooked for them. So it is travel food, so to speak. Although this is the last day, the scouts will follow you, and they hunt rabbits.
Porridge and blueberries, everyone. That's what's gonna be.
Evrin seems maybe even edged on in his excitement by Bree's reaction. He will whisperingly promise to protect her, and she doesn't need to be afraid.
Bree is not going to push his words away. Bree has more faith in Evrin than she does in the other guards the last time she was here. But again, she also remembers what happened the last time she was here.
Evrin weren't allowed to go back then. He was too young, it was said. But he's sure, although he doesn't say it. He probably thinks that he could have changed something.
No doubt.
Well, his dad was off. Fraternizing.
Fraternizing? What?
at the tourney.
No.
Whatever he was doing at that time.
I think it was a tourney.
Probably off somewhere. He traveled a lot in his day. Hang out with the Tyrells and the High Towers and whatnot.
Yeah.
We know what you did that summer.
Well, you know what the girls in High Garden are like. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't.
Doesn't know.
that was a long time ago.
Let me tell you a story, Dessem.
He is married to a flower, so he does.
Things have not changed at all.
Yeah, but you married a flower, so you do know.
It's not a golden rose.
Nothing's changed, cousin.
I will
Everything's the same.
Disparagingly talk about Agatha in such ways. Who said that? Yeah, I know. Dessem will be definitely on his guard quite a bit as we go down this road now.
If Alaric wants to talk about Tyrell girls, he can certainly go to the back of the wagon train and join in.
He probably would.
That sort of conversation.
He probably would. A few times.
He probably would like that, at least. Now his wife isn't here. Well.
Wow.
That's,
it's too soon, man.
Hopefully you don't phrase it like that.
I better get my headgear on.
They wouldn't presume to talk to you at all, unless you join in.
Alaric would join in.
Whenever any of the nobility around, the guards talk as if they're on duty, as it turns out.
Oh, that's dull.
They also do not seem to be cheered on at all by the prospect of going this way, and will, on the day as you pass over the empty bridge, say that the Wills don't guard it because there's so many poisonous snakes in the water that if you drink from it, then you'll get bitten and probably die. Say that some snakes will make you go blind permanently, while some will just make you rot from the inside. The worst ones, though, are the ones with legs. Here. That this road is full of ghosts of martial lords. The Majas were determined to, or it was made to protect against the Dornish coming up, because they was never meant for them to go down this way. Aegon learned as much.
I will say if Dessem hears any of that talk, he will definitely curb stomp it and say that he will have nothing about this superstitious nonsense.
You will just grow quiet then, and be quiet. There's no song on the Boneway.
Flute sound is heard in the background.
A lonely flute.
Now we have also officially crossed into dawn. I've made the Dornish map available. Well, there isn't too much to see on it right now. If you want to load it, that's probably a good idea.
Yay, Dorn!
Indeed, yay, Dorn.
On the sign on the way in.
Welcome to Yay Dorn.
Yay, Dorn! A happy face.
Well, one of the first things you see as you cross in, after a few hours walking, is one of the watchtowers that was set up, sitting here. Probably from people supposed to come from the other way. It's a convenient location if you want to go to Will the next day. If you look at it, however, you will see that there are desiccated corpses, sort of half-boned, sort of laying outside. Seemingly this was not a great place to stop. Who knew? Yes, well, you continue traveling the Boneway. The guards are certainly much less cheery. You have a much smaller company. The food is quite a lot worse. At night, the cold is terrible. The wind sort of moves down through the canyon rather than through the sort of above it, the sides, meaning that you always have wind very strongly in your face or very strongly in your back. It is a dry wind that seems to, well, wet your lips, and a few minutes later they'll be completely cracked again. Not simply by heat, but also by the dry wind. It carries with it also fine grains of sand that sting the eyes and makes your breathing sort of dry and raspy. And you'll find that you actually use a lot more water than you would ordinarily do while on here. It's a problem, of course, if you hadn't brought a lot.
Well, I think we stick with the plan. Move at night. Hop between the towers.
Not every night towers can be had. Sometimes pavilions must be set up in the dry earth. It is tiring, and you can only travel for, well, the hours when it's dark in this manner. Meaning that, again, it is slow travel. There's nothing fast about it. You are, however, not traveling with a huge company, which certainly does make it a bit easier, and you also are traveling on a somewhat cleared road after Daeron's actions, meaning that the Boneway actually is much faster to travel than it was last time Bree was traveling it. Even so.
Thanks, King.
Yes, you
Tax
paid for
dollars at work.
Yeah, it was supposed to encourage trade, but the lack of anyone probably means that didn't really work as intended. Perhaps the Princess Pass, the other pass to Dorne, it has more travel on it.
Wouldn't be the first time my tax dragons were wasted.
Tell me about it. We can have a deep conversation about the of state influence of our tax dragons.
Hmm. As you move, also notice that it is on the second day. Dessem, most certainly out of the sort of flicker of his eye, noticed that there seemed to have been someone looking down from above on the sort of the on the ridge of the canyon.
Well, if that is the case, he will.
It's very hard to see because it's night and it is quite far up.
He will send some sort of sign, like maybe a right up next to whoever's closest, and basically relay the message that he's pretty sure he saw someone up the ridge watching them. Yeah, just a few moments ago. And he might also send up Kvalar to fly high above and take a look, see if he sees anything.
I'll fly up and leave out his raven sort of screech, which would generally mean that he, has a bad feeling about this.
Well, that's all that Dessem needs to know, and he will basically signal the others to get ready for trouble, because trouble might be just around the freaking corner.
He'll stop the wagons.
I think so. Or should we proceed and just and spring the trap?
Proceed, but weapons out. Ready. So,
Basically,
prepared.
Keep moving carefully and just get ready for trouble.
Yeah.
I was half expecting you send Kvalar out. He gets shot with an arrow.
I was expecting that as well. Yeah.
He is, even though he's white, he doesn't carry light with him, and so he's quite hard to see in the sort of night sky.
Yeah.
You'd have to be a pretty damn good shooter to shoot him in the dark like that.
Alaric will give the.
It's also surprisingly sturdy.
We found the red, Viper dude, ancestor, the red arrow or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Robin Wood.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, man.
We are the poor. You don't need to steal from us.
Take.
That's right. Have you seen our treasury? Literally nothing in it. Go to the Lord, man. You can steal shit from them. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
they've got all the shit, man. Come on.
They've recently come into Castle Forged Equipment. You should really take a look.
Yeah.
You could always sell the Valyrian steel sword. I mean, there's many big houses, even great houses, that would like to buy that.
Yeah, I hear the
What
Lannisters lost one.
Yeah, I wonder what Lannister could pay for.
Because there was that one Lannister that went over to, old Valyria and just disappeared with the sword, right? He just kind of left. So, I'm sure the Lannisters would have one.
They certainly
And the Tyrells don't have one,
Well,
do they?
that's for an alternate reality.
So,
For now, it seems though everyone is on edge, looking up nervously. A whole lot doesn't seem to happen. And you get to the sort of brink of morning. There's not really a watchtower in this location you're in. Generally,
Alright.
I assume that some of the guards have been set to keep watch, so to speak.
yeah.
They will certainly get up and have the horrible job of staying awake in the terrible heat.
Alaric will join on, one of the shifts.
Grimith, could you do a memory check for me?
Sure, let me go ahead and cycle to a map that has my token.
This is
I can actually just put it for you.
Well, I already did. Let me go ahead and say, straight up cunning, memory, that's just my cunning dice. Looks like I used all of my luck on my big adventure, man,
Bree is probably very, very sort of tense right now and doesn't really seem to remember anything. Well, certainly set up the camp. Everyone's kind of tense. Will there be any special orders for how to sort of proceed here?
Extra guards? I don't know. Just keep an eye out, because
Yeah.
pretty sure we're tracked at this point, so...
I mean, Alaric's not been helping with the watch until now, so I'm sure that maybe he knows of a way to like he can see the surroundings, which would be the most likely spot for for any bandits or anything that would come.
Is he gonna stay up though?
He'll stay up for at least one shift. He's not staying up for the whole lot. But he can give like orders of like
with you.
basically like he could give them orders of like just keep an eye on that side more than the other side because that's more likely or something like that. Basically giving out tactical advice.
Yeah. Sure. Certainly spend a bit of time doing that sort of thing. But the rest of you, I assume, then will be asleep. Generally, the wagons are used to sort of spread out the linen and such.
All the flax we have.
Yes, it's wonderful. Homemade tarps to spread out, so people sort of sleep around the wagons.
Weaved in the Caladan style.
Considering my character's tenseness, I think the emphasis is on attempt to sleep.
I'll look like a map free down here. You can arrange your people in how you want to sleep around the wagons.
Thanks.
Horses probably maybe over by the side here. Can't move the wagon horses, but let's just assume they're tied to this rock somehow.
Be correct to say sleeping in something light. So.
Everyone will be like over here.
Armor.
I think Alaric would be in like the middle shift.
You have to get waking up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Middle of the day as it happens.
Middle of the day.
In that case, it doesn't take the first shift.
I mean, you do have guards who can do it.
I know, but Dessem is cautious.
It gives good.
I think we're all a little on edge.
It also like keeps kind of good morale that the lords are also going to stay up with the guards.
Guys, don't freak out. This is all a ruse. Like when you get on a boat and the GM asks you how well your characters can swim, nothing will happen.
Explain how you open the door.
Well, I have the feat that allows me to do it as a free action immediately after, like, picking the lock.
That's sidestepping.
Very valuable one. So, well, basically just...
Dessem will do some light painting on his first watch.
And as this will be your third day on the Boneway, could I have a endurance resilience?
Oh, that's hilarious.
It is versus heat,
Yes, it is versus heat.
because I get my +2.
General
Oh yeah, you're
quickness.
fire resistant, you bastard.
Yeah.
Hey, I only have 3 dice though. Oh, you only have 2.
He is not
Oh.
as bothered by this many others. Alright.
You know, I got 3 of a kind if we're playing Yahtzee. This is Yahtzee,
Well,
right?
on this third day, it looks like Dessem is the only one who is terribly bothered by the many other being barely bothered, or very close to terribly bothered, but apparently not quite enough yet.
Maybe Dessem suffering brings them more happiness.
He
You know.
seems to have general headaches. He feels very dry. His hands are a little shaky. Faint as he rides. Using more water than usual. He's kind of not in his best age.
No.
And he never was very strong in this. So you will be taking a penalty die to what actions you do until you get no more of this heat. The two girls both seems to be bothered. The guards don't seem to be bothered, any of them yet. Neither does Sir Ryman. I'll add a label called heat problem.
I'll say that Alaric will try and stay in his full plate until he just can't take it. Like he can't cool down well enough.
Today, if he stays in his full plate, will he do that?
If he can cope. If not, then he won't. He'll take it off.
Well, as it turns out, with that roll, he can. So
then he will.
He's just letting it down.
absolutely horrible. As he can feel his skin like blistering underneath, but he's resilient enough to power through anyway.
Yeah.
I would just note this.
Water into your armor.
yeah, just every now and again.
Unless you want to really like
Just like
bathe in it.
steam, like,
Feel the
like
hole.
spread.
Yeah, he just like dips himself.
You should have just traveled inside water barrels.
There we go.
As long anyway.
I would just like to note now for you, Manaki, as you know, I will not be wearing my breastplate during this travel. I just swapped to hard leather.
Yes, Evren has even taken off his armor, scale mail. He does not think that that's really going to be super good right now. And we're sort of at the end, or when sort of morning begins to grind, and everyone who's been sort of on watch is kind of tired. The guards are always kind of tired because they gotta fucking watch every night. And that's not really super awesome for them. That Bree, even though her memory is kind of not, she wakes up. She's not really perhaps sure if it's a nightmare or not, because she hears sort of wild barking in the distance.
I as a player, had wondered, but Bree, of course, had forgotten. Bree's head will swiftly lift. She'll like rapidly swivel her head left and right.
And well, she's special. She has had this happen before. And she does think she can hear distant barking, although the guards who are currently standing here seem to just be really wanting to get their shift done. Not really super.
Bree is in like full on fucking like panic mode. She'll like fucking like leap up onto like the damn wagon, and she'll start chanting dogs, 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 dogs. She'll like bare like her leathery fists, like hold them clenched, dogs, 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 dogs. Instead of like being like an intelligent person, like coherently like trying to express the problem, it goes out in a mantra of dogs.
Mm-hmm. Could you roll me a will courage check?
Sure.
Pretty good. Okay, you're good. As well, the guard will certainly at one point begin cursing, putting a hand to his tired eyes, and then beginning to call out for everyone to wake up loud enough that, well, you probably all will. And that is in time to basically to get a reaction before you get to do one thing before anything more happens. He'll basically scream out like, "Watch out! By the 7!"
That one thing. Let's see here. I suppose pretty strong. I don't know. Can I like, as she's like leaping up, can I like drag like these useless twats with me?
Sure.
Basically, like Bree, like while they're surprised and she's like an amazing brawler with strength, just like throws them in the wagon. Like.
Alaric will probably step out of whatever cover they have and shout out orders to the guards.
Well, he would just be be awakening at this point as well. He's slept for this. So.
Yeah. Well, if they're saying they're coming, then he'll get up and. Yeah.
Yeah, you can certainly spend your turn doing that. Your weapon is probably next to you, but you won't have it in hand yet. That is not what you usually do.
Oh, then he'll probably pick that up. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he just has his hand like clenched around his weapon, never lets it go. He'll get his weapon up then.
Alaric can have his armor on, but since no one else really stated it, it would be assumed that they don't.
Well,
I
I
always
state
wear my padded armor.
Yeah.
It is not metal. It is not metal. It is more normal.
So, those who don't have metal armor on does have armor.
You can do that. Yeah, it's fine.
I did specify I swatched my hard leather armor, so.
Yeah. That is incredible. Rude cat just walking over my keyboard.
Like, I'm important.
The furthest back group here of guards and dogs will just be making those guys invisible. They're having their own fight.
Okay. You better not die.
Is it a wild pack of dogs that's attacking?
Yes, and they seem to be large, and they seem to be worse than just normal dogs. They are completely frenzied into like a maddening howl, slavers sort of running from their mouths. This is definitely not a natural sort of dog reaction.
They're rabies. They've got rabies.
Potentially, certainly, they seem to be very crazy.
Oh. Let's not get bitten.
It is said that the Boneway sometimes is haunted by the ghostly dogs of a kennel master who travelled here with the trail and was executed for a false accusation.
Oh, lovely. Oh God.
The guards would certainly mutter that. Yes, they prepare them to just drag themselves up, grab whatever they have. Rather than going for their sword, they will act on initiative. I think that's probably the easiest.
So, do we all get one action?
Well, yeah, you all get one. Laenys, what will you do?
When I grab my sword and shield.
You can do that, yeah, if you have them together. I think it's reasonable enough. Dessem?
Where were they coming from? Oh, over there.
Yeah, over here, running from this.
I am on the right side of this conflict.
Grab your
Dessem-
sword.
Yeah, Dessem will curse under his breath, snap his fingers to get Kvalar to fly down to him, and then you will hear him mutter as he grabs his cane. Not really doing much else, looking
You
down
can,
at
of
these
course,
dogs.
command the guards to do what the ones that are still here to do what you want them to do. You can even call for more, although that will weaken the ones that are over there. If you feel like.
In that case, Dessem will call out to the guards to fall back to the wagons and form a defensive line.
That is then what they'll try to do. Protect the wagons. To
Exactly.
me.
Well, to someone, not me necessarily, but it's just leave me.
Bree's having another flashback.
In the front wagon.
Leave the girls. We need to get out of here.
All must fend for themselves.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
I mean, he's the commander here, so he's the highest rank.
Why are there only 2 soldiers over here?
because Sir Alaric
Because you don't
is
sleep with the guard.
Because Alaric is 3.
Alaric and everything.
So I believe this is time for agility quickness. Yeah. Some initiative rolls.
Nima will also get Nima's weapons. In case you,
Sure.
in case you
Nope.
care.
Alaric.
We'll drag the girls up while everyone else grabs their weapons, whatever they have in hand.
Ooh.
Alaric will forego his agility to use warfare tactics to give everyone a little bonus to their initiative.
See
Alright. How does that work? Tell me.
He basically shouts out orders to everyone, like where they should go, and it speeds up their decision making. Mechanically.
In combat, you can forego your agility test to determine your placement in initiative.
Yep.
In order to test warfare to grant bonus dice to your allies' agility tests, You must pass a warfare challenging 9, Halldamir. A successful
That's
test
easy.
grants 1 bonus die per degree.
Oh, right.
So I will roll that.
Well,
Oh, that's,
So that's
triple
3.
That's, yes, 3 degrees, so it looks like, 3 bonus dice then.
one.
To everybody. And I
Fast
effectively go
am I
last.
gonna be then?
In exchange, Halldamir gets to go dead last.
Dead last.
So I need to roll again. But with
Three
or
more-
re-
you just roll 3 more
Well,
die.
that's
Yeah.
not a surprise if I'm getting the dice.
so 4, so modifier 3. Is that
So
how it
just
works?
roll 3 more die, and if it's
roll three
better,
more
just
It's-
replace what you already rolled.
I'm sorry.
It's
totally
bonus
missed
die.
it.
3 dice.
Roll 3 dice.
Thank you.
any of them are higher than a 4, then we'll add.
However
Yeah.
much better that is.
2 5s. Jesus.
So
So 22.
you can add your initiatives over there.
Okay.
See what you do.
I'm in limbo. I need adding. I'm not on the tracker.
Well, you're not special. You don't get to be on the tracker.
You don't act.
On here? Alright.
That's for big people.
Coming from the little girl.
Yes. Well, you know, we're judging player size, Dark, and I am bigger than you.
I can't deny this.
Good. To do so would be foolhardy. Way to go, Sir Ryman. Glad to see you're fucking there.
He also gets the benefit.
So
Yes,
you can get
apparently this was already added, so apparently
Oh wow.
these things
Wow.
He was so lost in the arms of his paramour that
He's,
He's just drunk. That's what it is.
More, so you don't even have that fucking reasoning. He's
Then he-
here. She's here.
then he was doing something else.
that we should not discuss.
Yeah. His
Don't
right
do
hand was
that.
preoccupied.
Maybe he's just a heavy sleeper.
Maybe he's not handling this shit too well. Like,
Alaric shouting just got him to it actually
Maybe
got
he's
him
just
awake.
been talking about how he's gonna be a father, and he just shut up.
meanwhile, right next to like the mountain that moves, dogs, 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 dogs.
Yeah, let's see what these guys get. They get a little more, as it turns out.
And that's how Sir Alaric came to be surrounded by 17 dogs.
Yep.
Before he acted.
Oh my.
Don't worry, this is just... I don't know whether Briyenn remembers, so I can't say anything in character. This is just stage 1, though.
Yeah.
I'd allow you to get another memory test if you want,
Okay.
because this is kind of a...
First it's the dogs, then it's the riders.
He has a strong reaction to this.
Let's go ahead and take that 14.
Oh.
Yeah, you can remember what you know about.
Okay, cool. She knows stage 2.
How many
When I
waves?
first learned she is going to be saying that to Alaric.
Well, Nima is the fastest up with her weapon and her armor.
Yeah.
She doesn't use a lot of that. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember if there's an attack on approach on Game of Thrones. I believe there was.
Yeah, it's counterattack. But I don't know
Oh
if
my
that's
God.
advanced.
I need to
Or
zoom
not.
in because I don't. Unless I sprint, does sprint do anything besides I sprint?
You,
Just sprint.
yeah, just sprint.
I get nothing negative.
You can't do anything else in your turn.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Well, that's kind of counted for.
Generally, you want to sprint in combat unless you have like a cautious move.
Ah, I don't move very
It's
far.
just very
you don't move very far. What?
Hey, what?
What?
We just got kicked off the map. Did you change scaling at all?
No?
What happened?
Oh, we just got kicked off the map.
Oh,
Well, back we go.
I can go back and reload it.
I don't know. But go back and reload it.
Well, I would
Alright,
like to. If you want, you can move mine 14 forward and next turn.
That's your full
I-
sprint.
14, yeah.
That's
No,
your
wait,
movement
wait,
times
wait, wait.
4.
All right. Wait.
Minus bulk as well, remember?
16. Sorry.
16, Jesus.
Let's put a 16.
That's
Move
over
mine-
double Alaric's.
Acting weird now.
There's the map.
Yeah, I'm back on the
I can
map.
move now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. No, I can't. 16. Does it?
I
mean,
think
it's just
point one's
there.
alright.
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
I don't think we have to be exactly on the number.
I don't know. No one specified.
You don't have to be exactly on the number, but don't like aim it to get like 0.9 or something dumb like that.
Yeah.
So
If you can
under
round
5
down.
is okay.
What?
Under 5 is okay.
Just you know, if you don't feel that bad about it, it's probably okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll sprint there.
That's always a great way to. All right.
I will take the pass greater action, opting to wait and see what develops, but get +2 bonus dice on the next test I take. The only thing she's gonna do is like look at her head Sarah cousin and say, first the dogs, then the Sandstriders. First the dogs, then the Sandstriders. First the dogs, then the Sandstriders. In turn.
God fucking damn it. Sandstriders.
Weapon
Alaric starts sobbing gently.
here. And stand with his back towards Briyenn.
Briyenn.
And sort of protect her valiantly with a stern face looking towards the dogs. This guy doesn't like the face full of dogs he's about to have. And he has been told to go to the wagons, so he'll comply. Bring everyone towards the wagons. Laenys. So this guy over here will move over here. So we can prepare to shoot.
I shall move my full distance there.
Well then. Dogs, as it turns out, are rather fast.
Oh God.
They will just sprint forward towards you with slaver running from their mouths in their wild, sort of crazy storm. Dessem?
Is there a bow in this wagon that Dessem could conceivably grab?
There's no just sort of bow laying around.
Okay.
So
Then
I think I know what's wrong with the yes. Could you all like flip to another map then, because there is
Sure.
something actually wrong with the scaling on this map.
Alright.
We'll be doing it now. I think.
Okay.
Because it is 5 too small compared to what it should be.
I did feel like I couldn't move much.
Yes, it is right. I forgot to change the distance per cell to 1. Because even though there's no grid, it still operates with a hidden grid.
So basically, everyone has moved a little bit slowly.
Yes, you're moved 5 times slower than normal.
it's the heat.
There you go. You
It's
should
the
be able to
heat.
get back.
It's the heat.
It
There you
feels
go.
like- I was like, what? That's not much.
Two
Oh,
steps.
shit.
I just thought like, wow, this map is fucking super amazing at its scaling. Jesus.
Not quite. It doesn't take 5 movement to get like past someone.
Oh, there we go. That looks better.
Yes, in that
Now it
case,
is
like,
quite,
yes. Thankfully, this
no.
change happened after the dogs moved, right?
As it turns out, he did not get to just. Yeah, but now it's correct. The equipment wagon is the one in the back. As it turns out, you're
Uh-huh.
currently with I think the water wagon.
Dessem will move up here, and as it does, anyone close will hear a click as a sword comes loose from his cane.
By the way, just so you know, because it might become important later or now, you can choose to have your character just fucking like bail, like nope, ha, and like run into the wagon, just hide. Dogfall won't get you there, so you'll be effectively out of the combat, doing nothing really. And then instead, I'll let you take control of one of the NPCs. Example, Sir Ryman or Ephraim.
Well, I'm not bailing quite yet. I might be able to stab something.
Something I could do, Manaki, which I forgot about, which is important I should do, is to see how Laenys' courage is holding up because Craven starts.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I need to roll a courage test with -1 dice because combat has begun.
Minus 1 die or 1 penalty die?
1 penalty die, to be precise. So I guess
it's
I'd
The
one
lowest
penalty
one gets removed.
Yes.
Probably.
I mean, you can remove whichever one you want. It's your power.
Okay.
I could, in theory, remove the best one, I suppose. Second then?
Go ahead and roll it.
Yep.
Courage.
That is amazing. So drop the lowest, which is 2. That's 16. That's a success. I'm not falling apart in the fight.
Dogs? Well, I mean, if that's the worst the Boneway has.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was expecting to get shot with arrows. Sometime.
First the dogs,
Jack
then
or
the
into
Sand
the
Striders. First the dogs, then the Sand Striders. First the dogs, then the Sand Striders.
I know, she's hysterical.
Yeah.
Having been told to fall back to the wagons, that's what he'll do. Okay, to protect.
Ranger. That poor Ranger guy is like, no! My movement got it. No! The good news is that the dogs didn't reach me. Bad my legs. Why did I eat that taffy?
Right,
Why is my...
He's the fat bowman.
Look to Dessem, then look over to the girls, and look to Sir Alaric. He seems nervous, but not wanting to go against his orders. Basically, he'll stay by the wagon.
Prepare to attack.
Alaric's got this.
I need to defend these girls. There's like fucking like
Yeah,
these two,
because
like,
like the fucking elite of House Caladan is over there.
Alaric.
He will prepare a counterattack.
Like the combat thing, right? Let's see what all these things do.
It's upon taking the counterattack action, your turn immediately ends.
Essentials? Is that what we're looking at?
It's page.
Combat action, technically.
Oh yeah, it is an advanced action.
Don't do advanced.
No? Okay. Then, I guess he
you
will...
can elect to do pass as I did. You take no action, but on the next test you take, you get 2 bonus dice.
Then, yeah, he'll pass.
Attack, divide, attack, combining attacks, charge, interact, move, pin, drive, assist.
Where is...
How do we have the pass?
Oh,
Actually,
there's
there it is,
pass, yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
Passes on
No
page.
action. Next test you take, you get +2 bonus dice.
Subject to the normal limits on bonus dice.
Yeah.
And
Just
multiple
each
multiple
have-
rounds passing is not cumulative.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just wait forever outside of combat, and as soon as you go into combat, bam!
You guys... you get all the bonus
Also,
die.
I should inform you, these dogs do not accept yielding. So losing here means maiming or potentially death. They will not capture you.
Yeah.
Told to inform you about it.
And they won't
They
make
won't
you
get
take the
you
black.
anything like
The dog just stops and go, you're taking the black.
that.
She
They
took
want
the
to
black.
eat part of you or you entirely. So.
I want some section of body.
You know.
Let me tell you a section about my body.
Oh, hey, hey.
And he was like, what? Prepare an attack. What? Prepare a counter attack? Was that what you said?
Yeah, we can't do that. So,
Not really a thing.
yeah, it's not a thing.
What was
Could-
it you
You
did
can
then?
look at page
Passed.
164 for the actions on the core rulebook of things you can do.
Okay. You want me to do that now?
You can, but right now you have a limited number of options. You could, like, prepare to dodge, spend your turn like doing that, or you could, for example, do what the others have done and pass, meaning you basically prepare yourself to do something next turn.
I'll prepare to do something.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bree?
Can I spend like I can do like other tests and things. Like I guess I just want to do like Bree wants to do a notice. Like she might fucking think like maybe like the same traders are coming like right now. Like can I spend like my entire turn doing like an awareness test?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll go ahead and add my bonus dice that I accumulate from passing, add my +4 modifier, 19.
That would be using the usability, I would say.
Okay.
Using ability not directly related to combat. For example, kicking down a door or using awareness to look for an exit.
All right.
That seems to be pretty fitting for that. Many abilities with far more involved. Indicating, yeah, I'd say you could probably use this with another one. But if you want to spend your whole thing, I'll just.
Yeah, like
you want to look for like sand striders. You do not see any human-like shapes on the cliffs or whatnot. It is growing day. The sun doesn't really fall down here until midday, really.
All right.
Growing night, as it turns out. Evening. So.
In that case, there does not appear to especially on that check, nothing like a human shapes anywhere on the hills or anything nearby.
Yeah, not that you see now.
Okay. I'm done with my turn.
Okay. Evren will pass as well, like his dad. This archer here will do a shot with his bow against the nearest dog. How good are you at that? You have, well, that's pretty basic, as it turns out. You'll indeed shoot the dog.
What ho?
Though not killing it, as it turns out. The dog also doesn't seem to be super bothered by the pain.
Ah, good. That's a great thing.
It seems to be, it sort of gets shot in the sort of front, but it just sort of howls in fury and continues on. Completely maddened eyes.
Would the ranger like to move
This
with
guy
the rest of his turn?
This guy will he's not really equipped with a melee weapon.
Right.
He has a dagger, if anything.
Things he did not sign up for.
Yes, he does not fight dog. Like rabid dogs in melee combat, that does not sound like something you want to do. Laenys.
Well, I think I'll pass.
Alright. The dogs will not pass.
Won't they?
The dog will take 2 bonus.
Yeah.
Well, so much for rabidness.
Let's see here. They will probably charge, increasing their weapon damage by 2, but getting -1 die on the attack, moving double their movement, and then doing an attack. I do believe you have a reach weapon. Attack enemies from 3 away. I don't think. I'm sure the attacks isn't this.
No, that's in the advanced rules.
But it will then move up, and it will try to bite you, though with a -1 die.
Okay.
Does not seem to be a super fresh target due to this. That is not a hit.
Nah,
Turns out.
not a hit at all.
Fucking
Nope.
Your defense is probably high right now because you're not wearing the armor. Well,
I am wearing the armor. Yeah.
You probably just block it with your shield or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one will sprint instead. Going to over here.
He tried to get away.
We'll do a charge.
That is a hit.
Hits amazing.
1 degree. Yep.
Which does not pierce your armor.
Nope.
Well, this one can't really reach that guy with charging. instead, it will simply like run here.
Man, dogs with tactics.
It's like wolves with tactics.
All the
They don't
acid
seem to be
took.
completely and utterly coherent right now. I'll just charge that guy. Biting the guard, who is not wearing his armor, which is in a way good for him. Or bad for him.
Just like, go on.
Because he certainly gets wounded pretty badly, savagely bitten in his leg by this dog who got shot before. We'll charge Nima.
Do I get the prepared action?
You don't prepare actions. You get a +2 next time you do something, but it does not hit you because you're super hard to hit.
True.
So this one can't reach.
Damn
since it
dog.